Hey guys, it's Monday morning, and it's actually a holiday here in Canada, so you know, pretty much everything is closed. But I'm gonna go into work for a bit. I'm not gonna do a full day. I just need a bit of a break, I think. So I'll go in for a couple hours and see where we're at on the car, see what he got painted and whatever. I helped him load the booth on the last time I was at work, Friday. So I'm sure that got painted. As far as anything else, I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. But I'm sure. I think it was the doors and the fenders were uh, were in the booth. So yeah, we'll check that out and see if stuff's ready to go back on the car or what, or if we're gonna block sand the car or wet sand it, I should say, and polish it. I just don't know. So yeah, I'll take you to work with me and we'll check that out. And yeah, we'll go from there. See what happens. Stick around. Okay, so I just pulled into work, and there's a 55 up on the hoist. Let's see what he got done. Turn lights on. Okay, looks like we got us some doors and fenders. Sweet. So I guess we could probably put these on the car today. Right on. Looking good, looking good. Man, killer. So, hey, I'm back at home already. 2.5 hours of work, that's about it. Didn't get a lot done, just pretty much shut the shit the whole time we were there. Oh well, I guess we're all in the same kind of mood. Just didn't feel like doing anything. But we took the stuff out of the booth, and he didn't want to get him on the car yet. Too fresh. I guess he actually sprayed it late last night, so it wasn't ready to go on the car. We loaded up the booth with the hood and the trunk lid, so that should be ready to go tomorrow, I guess. We have decided that we're going to wet sand the whole car and polish it up. So I'll be doing a bunch of that tomorrow, and there's probably a couple of days worth of that to do. So we're gonna make that thing look bitchin', man. So yeah, when I go to work tomorrow, probably get right on wet sanding, and we'll see how that goes. He has a few different techniques that he showed me, and showed me that today. And I guess he's just gonna let me go at it, doing it his way. And his way is pretty cool. Actually, it works good. So I'll show you what that's all about tomorrow when I get in. So stick around, and maybe we can all learn something and go from there. So see you tomorrow. Hey, morning, guys. Back at work, obviously. Yesterday I spent pretty much the whole day wet sanding on the car, and got all the blue in the lower section done. Gonna have to hit the top now. But you know, you've watched me do wet sanding and buffing for quite a bit. I don't know how many videos I've done on it, but I've done quite a few. But I've learned a couple of different techniques here, and they work, and they're pretty cool, pretty simple. So first thing I'll show you is sanding out a run. Yeah, might as well just get to it. I'll show you what it's all about. All right, so here's our run right here. I know it's probably hard to see in the camera, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a Sharpie and cover the whole run. I'll let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to hit that with 800 as soon as it's dry, and we'll see how it works out. All right, so I'm hitting this, like I said, with 800 grit. And you want to make sure you're using something firm. Don't use a sponge or a foam block. Now you can clearly see the line, that's your run. We're going to keep sanding this until all that black disappears and your run will be gone. And again, just like regular sanding, X pattern. Yeah, she's coming. Then once you have all this black gone and the run is gone, I'm going to switch up paper to 1000, do the whole thing, and then to 2000 and 3000. And then it's ready for the buffer. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up until all the black disappears, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so I sanded out the whole run, and it looks good. So now what I'm going to do, I went over the whole thing with 1000, and now I'm going to color in this whole section. Just like that. Now this will get right into the scratches from the 1000, so that when you go over it with the 2000, you'll be able to see, when the black disappears, the scratch is gone. So just like that. So anyway, I'll show you what the end result's going to be. Over here, I've already done it with 2000, and I've blocked it out again. And we're going to go over this with 3000 on a DA sander, and just go over it until all the black has disappeared, and then it's ready to buff. So what you end up with, I'll show you the doors. Might be a little dusty, but you'll end up with a finish like so. It's really dusty. But anyway, these things are like mirrors. Unbelievable. So yeah, so we'll have the whole car looking like that. So anyway, I'm going to carry on, do my coloring. And I still have to do the silver at the top of the quarter. I haven't even touched it yet. I just sanded out a small problem here. But yeah, it's coming along. So pretty soon we'll be able to hit this thing hard with the buffers and just get it all shining like a diamond in a goat's ass, as they say. And yeah, it should look pretty hot. So there you go. All right, so I did the whole quarter, the silver that is, with the Sharpie, colored the whole thing in. I've sanded this with 2000 and just got this to finish off. And yeah, this quarter, or this side of the car, will basically be done up to 2000. And then, like I said, we'll go over it with the 3000 on the machine, DA sander, and ready to buff. And up there is ready for the sander as well. So we're good to go. Yeah, just gonna keep on rocking. On top of that, we also got the doors installed. So yeah, there we go. Got the gaps all set and everything. We're sitting good. I'll just show you how quick the stuff sands out. This is just 2000 grit. Just keep going like that, probably another 2-3 minutes, and then it'll all look like that. And you can go see the glow to it. There's no buffer on that yet, that's just sanded. So that's gonna buff out so quick and easy, unbelievable. And it'll match the doors perfectly. So there we go. So I haven't even touched this top part of the quarter yet. The bottom is done to 2000. So we'll be done this tomorrow and hit it with the buffing machine. And yeah, we'll call it done. Well, this part anyway. We're gonna leave the fenders off. The owner wants to put the rubbers on the doors. He came here to put them on, but didn't bring the glue with him. So I guess he's coming back tomorrow. But yeah, once the rubbers are on, then we can hang the fenders. And the hood is done, sitting in the sun right now. And take a quick peek at that. I don't know if I showed you this already or not. Yeah, I think I showed it in the booth, but not out here. So, there you go. All right, so there you go. Probably going to end up sanding on this thing for a couple of days, 2.5 maybe, and I'll bring my buffer in to work tomorrow, so we can have 2 machines going, and we should be able to make pretty quick work of buffing that thing up and polishing it. Yeah, I never seen the Sharpie thing before, but it makes sense. It's just another kind of a guide coat, really. But apparently it's got to be a Sharpie, because if it's something else, I don't know if there's different solvents and different markers or whatever, but the Sharpie doesn't hurt the paint. So it's the right one to use. And you get them big fat ones there. They got a huge tip on them. They're about 1/2 inch wide, so you can cover a panel pretty quick. But I thought it was pretty neat. You know, one guy came in while had half the roof colored in there, and he said, what's going on with the roof? I said, oh, the guy changed his mind. He wants it black, and so this is the first coat, and we're just going to do it with Sharpies and and that'll be the end of it. I don't know if you believe this or not, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, it'll definitely be done, sanded anyway, right through to 3,000 tomorrow, and ready to hit with the buffing machines. I guess the owner will be coming in tomorrow to put the rubbers on. He'll bring the glue with him this time, and we'll get the rubbers on, and then the fenders can go on, and the hood is pretty much ready to go on. I don't know if the valance is painted yet. I don't think it is. We kind of need that piece to do the front fenders, but whatever. There's plenty of shit to do, so we'll just keep going at it. I had a bunch of other little pieces in the booth today, as well as the trunk lid, because the trunk lid was not a success the first time. I don't know. I guess he dropped the gun, or stumbled, or tripped, or something. Dropped the gun, and it kind of just paint blew all over the trunk lid. So I had to sand it all down and redo it. But it's back in the booth, so it'll be done tomorrow, I guess. Along with a bunch of these little pieces, and maybe even the valance. I hope he gets the valance done. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That's about all I got time for today. I know this video is another short one, but you know, I can only shoot so much video at work. You know, the guy's paying me. I'm there to work, so I can't just stop the show and say, "Hey, man, you mind if I film for 5 minutes?" You know, it's not going to work that way. So I always wait till he either takes off for a bit, or I figure it's time for a break. You know, I'll shoot a couple of minutes of video, and this is how it ends up. So yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe. Don't be shy, leave comments down below. I enjoy the comments. Share with your buddies, and help spread the word and all that good stuff. And you know, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.